God, no connection, nothing. But all I knew then was that I had God, and I still have Him today. Sometime last year, the Lord gave me an international breakthrough, and praise the Lord. He helped me travel to a foreign land where I had to spend some time, doing some radio interviewing, some other things, and He brought me back safely. And immediately I came to Nigeria too, He has been opening doors for me, and I believe before the end of this month, something great is about to happen in my life. And I know by the special grace of God, next month I'll be here to give another testimony.
Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord. Sort of words in a way. I want to thank God for my life, because years back, even though when I was a child, out of all my extended family, I was seen as, they used to call me born by mistake sometimes. Yeah, because of the way I behave sometimes. They think this is nothing, that don't have any future and stuff like that, all my family. And I was hindered not to go abroad when I was little because of some scandals. But I thank God for my life. And my father died last year. I thought all was over. I wasn't in school. He looked at it when he was entering the grave, everything was entering in him. I was crying. So this year, I just thank God for giving me the grace, the power of faith, like not giving up, to push on. Because when I look back, there was nothing in the house, and I couldn't just sit down looking at my mom. That mom, what's up? So I went to the singing competition. When the first time I stopped at top 50, then my dad died weeks back. Then I came back for the second season. It was a whole ball game. They evicted me, but they called me back. And thank God. So I got to top 12, but when I got to top 12, I thank God for giving me the knowledge of the word. Because if I never knew the word, Psalm 121, 35, I wouldn't have been able to pray on my own, because I hardly read Bibles anyway. Let me be truthful to that. Because I move around a lot. Competition in Africa. Because they said I always bring new ideas to the stage. He gave me, my name was always popping in the internet, the highest name ever popped in the internet. And God saw me through. When he got to top 6, I attacked. Someone would come to my dream and say it's impossible, can never be in Nigeria. And I was like, who are you? They said you come. So I kept on praying. I was also calling Daddy, Mommy, everybody in church, Mommy Rosemary, I called Mesha. God, so many people into my choir, I'm telling them, I better go to pray. Because when it got to the point, I was feeling weak. I never knew it was a plan of the enemy. Because a lot of people were using money to vote 1 million, 100,000, 500,000. Me, I had nothing. I'll be voting 50,000 they have, like somebody voting 600,000. I was like shaking. But God saw me through to talk to. And talk to was, I couldn't even believe it. When it got to the point I made a mistake, I thought it was over, but God did it for me to make it. Maybe He didn't want me to take the first, He wanted to take the second, because you don't know what is up there. So God saw me through. He gave me the grace, because now I am rated more than the winner. The way I'm looking at it, because He gave me so much grace. Now He blessed me with a new car. I used to be in church. I used to work for pastor before. I thought my flight, coming back, rain was coming, but nothing happened. We just flew down to Nigeria. I thank God for all the hotels that are coming, and please, I'd like to sing the song. Go ahead. was given a car that April. That was when my father, well, we did his burial for the village last year, April 22nd. So I just want to give God the glory for using my father's money to heart on my own, because I thought I was nothing, but the solitary gave me power, gave me anointing. Because in this life, if you don't owe God, I want to speak to the youth sincerely. If you don't owe God, I'm a sinner, yes. But I'm praying to God for God to keep me righteous altar, because there's a lot of temptation out there. But God give me the grace. I would have joined the devil for me to win Nigerian Idols, but I said no. But I held on to God. God gave me the strength. He saw me through. He looked as if I was a dream when I saw everything. I just want to give God the glory. Keep on believing God, seriously.
Yeah. Somebody give Jesus praise this morning. Well, I want to thank God for His faithfulness in my life. I would like to say this first. A lot of us are familiar with this. It is only a fool that says in his heart that there is no God. I graduated from school in year 2007, finished service 2009. I was frustrated at home for like 6 months. You know, I've heard stories of people who stay at home, who after graduation they stay at home 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, 6 years, and so on, and they don't get a job. I thought that was going to be my own fate. Out of frustration, I took a job of 15,000 naira. It was increased to 17,000. Went to 20,000. I said, God, now so. Well, I still held on. A number of times I've heard people say, do not forget your days of little beginning. Where you are right now, it's for a reason. Because God is actually preparing you for something greater. But a lot of us, the truth is that a lot of us are not patient. For 2 years, I was working with a bunch of professional engineering graduates. No beans. But finally, you know when they submit CV for a particular company, 2 years, they never call you. Finally, March, I was called. You know when I was called for an interview, just chill. I was called for an exam, I don't read the text, I just walk out. Happiness not doing me. I got to the venue the next day. I was panicking. Took some of my colleagues that didn't even make it to the last round. They were the ones encouraging me, guy, chill, you will make it. After the test that same day, and the first hurdle of interview, I crossed out. While the man was busy interviewing me, based on that experience of 20,000. See, 20,000 don't make sense where you are. Generally, Nigerian mentality is like what do you have to offer? But that 20,000 experience was what shut me up. The situation where you're waiting, you're asking what's your fate, you don't cross it. Okay, it's like I've not crossed. But there was something he told me. I think he was impressed with how I spoke or something like that. Normally it's like, okay, we'll get back to you. He didn't say we'll get back to you. He said, Felix, I will see you. The second one came, it was more like a chat. Finally, we had to go to Nokia office, BI. At first, it was like, it won't make sense. I thought I was panicking, but I managed to compose myself. Okay, I finished. I crossed that one. I was just waiting for the final call. I was so perturbed. I was like, God, if I don't get this job, shall I go come back here the same for this stage? But seriously, something told me, when I get it, I don't get it. God will still be God. So I don't have an option. I was in another phone shop. I was hanging out with some of my